Some houses hold memories, and some memories refuse to be forgotten. This is the story of a family who moved into an old house, unaware of the ghostly presence trapped within its walls, waiting, watching. Sarah, her husband Mark, and their 10-year-old son Daniel had just moved into their new home, a 300-year-old house in a quiet English town. It was supposed to be their dream home, but they had no idea of the nightmares waiting inside. That night, Sarah stepped outside to get some fresh air. But as she glanced up at the guest bedroom window, she froze. A woman was staring at her from inside the house. The days passed, but the house was not silent. At night, soft weeping drifted through the hallways. The sound came from the empty guest bedroom, the same room where Sarah had seen the woman. Their son Daniel started having terrifying nightmares. He swore that every night, a woman in a long black dress stood at the foot of his bed, watching him. Then one night, Mark felt it. The temperature plunged, and the entire house fell into an eerie silence. He looked up, and she was standing in the doorway. Mark tries to move, but the woman suddenly vanishes. Terrified, the family began researching the house's history. What they found chilled them to the bone. Over a century ago, a woman named Margaret had lived there. Accused of madness, her husband locked her away in the very guest room where the family now heard the crying. For years, Margaret stared out of that window, waiting for help, until she died, alone and forgotten. That was the last night the family spent in the house. A hand reaches out from the darkness. Daniel screams. His parents rush in, only to see the woman standing beside his bed. They left the house the very next morning. But even after they moved away, the whispers followed them in their dreams. New owners have reported the same weeping, the same shadows, the same whispers. And some say if you walk by that house at night, you might still see her face in the window, waiting for someone to set her free.